Hello everyone, we are in Trajan's Forum. This is the Imperial Forum, and we're going to take you through and see as much as the original Imperial Forum and the old Roman Forum that we can. We're getting a little bit close to sunset, but they did let us come on through, so you can get through this entrance instead of going through the big long entrance, and you can really get right down here in the old Imperial Forum. Very close. So this is a nice little hidden entrance. We'll turn it back around so everybody can see there's some of the original columns that are still there. There's Trajan's column, of course, after his victory in Dacia. So that would be kind of like Bulgaria is what that would be by today's standards. And all emperors after Trajan were judged against Trajan, and that was at the very absolute height of the Roman Empire under his rule. And he had found a lot of gold when he had conquered Dacia, and he brought it back and had just enriched the Roman Empire and the citizenry to an extent. So welcome back to the channel. This is T5 here, and we're with Becky the Trekkie, and like we said, we're going to take you down through some of the old Roman ruins, and hopefully we can get under the tunnel on the other side. I don't know if they told me we're running a little late, we might not be able to get to the other side or not, but we'll see. We'll see what all we can do here. So here's some of the old columns that were there from the ancient times, and really this would have been a very happening place about like 1800 years ago. This was the center of the Roman Empire, and really this is one of those areas where they had a lot of commerce and things, and that sort of thing would happen. And we'll just take you on through. We got to stay on the boardwalk here. We're not going to get off the path, but we want to show you as much as we can to see. Okay, so here's the old offices. This is that circular area, and they would have had a lot of meeting places and things like that. That would have kind of been like the executive office building, almost like the Pentagon or something that would be today for like the States. And there's some of those imperial offices up there at the top. You can kind of see that semicircle right out there, and really it's just quite a beautiful spot. Got some of the ancient fortifications right out there. Absolutely. A lot of history here. It's just a beautiful place. All right, we had to stop and get us a photo over there, and we'll just bring you on through and see if we can gain access to the other side, the Forum of Caesar, and of course the old Roman Forum. But back in the day, this would have been a central hub for imperial offices and imperial movers and shakers and food and fun and all that good stuff. So here we go. Let's see if we can get through. Maybe I'm going to take my sunglasses off, and yep, it's open. All right, not a lot of people know about this one, but this is the way you can pass under the street and get to see some of the original columns that they had back here. What do you think of this, Becky? Not a lot of people know how to come through here, so this is where some of my history classes and history obsession has paid off. Oh yeah, this is where some of the archaeological exhibits and things. That's going to be pretty dark in there for everybody to see, but looks like they're doing some restoration and had found some items right down through here. You can tell how low we are there. Camera there. Don't want to do anything you're not supposed to do down here for sure, but just an amazing place. Wow, you can just get access to some of the exhibits and stuff like that. I wouldn't dare. I might touch it just to say I did it, but I certainly wouldn't try to take anything or anything like that. That's not why we're here. We're just here to enjoy the history and the underground areas. Wow, it's nice and cool down here. This is really one of those spots. You can tell there's nobody down here, and this is a very busy time of year in May in Rome, and yeah, this is the way to go. You don't necessarily have to wait those long lines at the other side of the Forum. And can you believe that we're actually under a very busy street right now? All that traffic and all the motorcycles and the people and everything, and yeah, you have it's just about as quiet as a church through here. So just an amazing little spot. Something to see. Okay, here's some of the columns there. There's the original Pantheon, and there's the statue of Jupiter there. Remember, I was telling you that they had that, and we already did the tour of the Pantheon, so that's going to be out there on the channel as well. And that's what it looked like when it was all decorated with the original gods. Very colorful and things like that. That's amazing to see the Forum of Augustus. And here's another exhibit right there. Marble. That's probably just a piece of the one small piece of decoration of an immense building. And you got to wonder what was going on here. You know, was this some shopping area, or did they have vendors here? It's like one of those things to see. Look at this, and you can almost see like sun rays. It does look like that, coming out here. So I wonder if this was once an area where they had Apollo, or the sun god was statue was there, and then the rays had been. I bet this had a beautiful art motif, probably a fresco or something like that back in the day, and just amazing. Okay, so here's where we are now, and this is what it looked like in the original state that it was in. And that's just you can see the marble floors, and just you know, when we're walking through the ruins, like I said, that was the absolute heart of the center of the world at the time, at the height of the Roman Empire. And really, it's quite moving just to be a part of it, and to get to walk down through here. And this is really the way to go. You know, here we're coming right back out, and here's some of the columns, and just amazing, really. Massive, just massive. It's hard to believe that you know, without cranes, you know, just pulleys and ropes, and you know, manpower basically is how they had moved all of this around, and artisans as well. You know, not only people that were unwilling participants, as we'll say, but also artisans and paid craftsmen and people that had worked on these areas. And here you can tell some of the original columns and pieces are still scattered about the site. And boy, it would have been something if they could have kept it preserved, you know, the whole time. But they've got some restoration here, and they've been working on restoring the Colosseum, and be interesting to see. And so, okay, so there's some of the columns there that are still standing. That's about all that's left of it, but just amazing to see it this close, up close and personal. I just like to just sometimes I just do a little quick touch, just to be a part of the history. And really, it's kind of moving for me personally. I really like the Roman history, and it's just great to be here. Oh, we got a couple of seagulls having a little fight there. All right, it's big, isn't it? It is. It's just massive out here, multiple layers and levels, and now we're going way down deep. So really, the lower you go, the further back into history you get. I think this is probably Caesar's Forum. Judging by the size of the columns, I could be wrong, but I think this is where, you know, the Forum that Julius Caesar had built, and then Trajan had built his beyond that, and then Augustus perhaps next to that, and then the original Forum of the Senate during the Republic era is going to be up ahead of us. If we can manage to get through, we'll just keep on taking you through. Okay, so we got down there just about that far, and they've got us turned back around. I guess they close a gate in between the two areas at a certain time, so we can still go to the other side to get into the Forum, but It's one of those things that it's good for 24 hours, really, the forum ticket. But once you start scanning your Coliseum ticket, so we'd have to get there either tomorrow morning to finish up the tour, or we might be able to make it. We got to walk back in that direction to get us back towards our hotel. So we're going to do that, and if we can get in there tonight, we will. If not, we'll pick up right where we left off tomorrow. All right, everyone, they shut us down because they had the construction zone, so we couldn't walk all the way from one forum to the other, but we got to show you Trajan's forum and the old imperial area. If we make it back here tomorrow to show you the Palatine Hill and the original Republic forum, we will. If not, thanks for joining us on that quick tour of the Trajan's forum and the original Augustan area, and we got to see a little bit of that underground tunnel, which I thought was really cool. Yeah, worth the walk, but we just couldn't get over here in time. They're already closing her down. It closes at 7:15, but we got over here by 6:30, and they were already pushing everybody out. They closed the ticket booth at 6 o'clock, and the Coliseum in this area opens up at 9. We have 10 a.m. Vatican tickets tomorrow, and then we've got a pizza at the Vatican at 3:30, so we may or may not be able to get back over here, but I'm pretty sure our tickets are only good for 24 hours, and we punched in at the Coliseum at 3:15, so unfortunately, unless we buy new tickets tomorrow, we may not be able to cover this part, but we did get to show you some of the original imperial areas, which is very similar. Basically just a few ruins of where the palaces used to be, and none of the palaces are still there, or that sort of thing. So thanks for joining us on this one. We'll be at the Vatican tomorrow. Like I said, we'll do St. Peter's Basilica, and we'll take you through the museums. I hear there's 7 miles of museums, so you definitely can't do that all in one day, but we'll show you as much as we can. They don't allow you to film in the Sistine Chapel or anything, but we'll show you where that's at and where the baggage check is and all that good stuff, and try to prepare you for your trip to Rome if you're planning it. So thanks for joining us again, and we'll see you soon on the next one. All right, bye everybody.